Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses out there. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I'm your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Funder prop firm, Trend Genius, TGIF. Good morning, good morning. Last day of the week. Let's see if we can go into the week green. Go into the weekend green. And yeah, man. Let's see who we got in the building. Actually, let me send out one more. All right, let's do this. All right, boom, done, set. Let's see who we got in the building. Kiara, hey. Hella Bands, good morning. Mike, TGIF, good morning. Hella Bands, we get in one good trade today. I take my payout. That's what's up. Felix Navarez, good morning. Edgar Martinez, good morning. T. Pruitt, my brother, good morning. Wawa, good morning. Q, good morning. Grand Rising. Pivot Point, good morning. Kaz, Grand Risings. Serena, good morning. Happy Friday. Soak, what's up? Happy Friday. Dawana Dobbs, good morning. Welcome. Sneehall, good morning. Mr. Cologne, good morning. Mr. Gray Wolf, let's go. Wally, good morning. Jerry Jack, Mr. Payout in the building. Good morning. George Powell, good morning. Lorna, good morning. Lorna, we got to get together today. We're going to get together today and take care of that issue. I've been looking around. It's weird. We'll make sure that we DM after the stream. So we'll get that straight. So you'll be good for Sunday. Makita Solomon, good morning. Alfredo Martinez, good morning. What's up, my brother? Regina Beck, good morning. Who we got? Courtney McGregor, good morning. Tanya Mack, Grand Risings. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Tony Mack, good morning. JR, good morning. Let's eat. We'll have a great day no matter what. Absolutely. My Ukrainian brother, Badovin, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, how are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling on this Friday, May 15th? Tony Mack said, Grand Risings, family first time here. That's what's up, man. Glad you're here, my guy. Thanks for tapping in with us. You're actually in the right place. If you're here, to get your trading psychology up, you're in the right place, my brother. We are definitely on our way to Trade Genius Island. That's where we are headed, and that's a real place. Coming soon. That's what's up. Kiara says she's tired. Let's go. We need temperature check. How we feeling? How are we feeling? Everybody, one word me in the chat. How are you feeling? Tired, anxious, ready to make some money? Like, how are you feeling emotion-wise? Let me know. It's very important. Very important that we definitely voice how we're feeling every morning when we show up on the charts. It's very, very important that we do that. Very, very important for our trading psychology. So when I ask you guys that, I know you're telling me, but actually you're also telling yourself straight up. Inquisitive. Okay. George Powell said feeling good. Soak said inquisitive. Got it. Mr. Cologne said sleepy. Okay. Okay. What about everyone else? That's four people out of 42. We still got 38 folks left. I need a new notebook and a laminate machine. I heard that. Q said calm but excited. Lorna said feeling good. Mr. Payout said relax. Kai said thrilled. Did you win your 5-0 trade strategy yesterday? No, it lost. I re-entered on it 3 times. It lost all 3 times. All good. That's why I have a larger account. My account took a hit. I think it was like 500, almost 600 something. It was like 1,800 I was down. No big deal. One trade, 150 trade gets all that back. That's usually how it goes with 50. If you've been trading it for a while, you'll understand it goes crazy, and then it has its days where it loses. I take 2, maybe 3 reentries. I'll take 3 reentries only if the risk is like 600-ish. If it's anything more than like 750, I won't take more. I won't take that many reentries. I'll take 1 maybe 2, but that's about it. But if it's like 500, 600 on my large account, I'll take the third reentry. You know what I mean? So um, let's see here. 6 p.m. It didn't go. Yeah, it didn't go as expected. Tutelli, Dragish, Corp said feeling good. Makita blessed. Courtney McGregor refreshed. Tony Mack said excited. Regina Beck said confident. I like that. 2 more days for another payout from TF, and I'm getting one tonight from Lucid. How is your trading going, bro? Trading has been going, for me, honestly, you're the first person to ask me that question in this community. How's my trading been going? It's been mediocre. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been mediocre. Um, Only because just with a lot, I have this been having a lot of stuff going on, but all of that is starting to subside now, so I can start focusing more. Telling you, a lot of times, man, when you have a lot of personal things going on, it definitely can tap into your trading. That's why you always want to try to do the best you can to keep things separate. But not only that, take care of the personal things you have so it doesn't spill over into your trading, your trading life. Because remember, it's 2 different lives, right? Personal life, trading life, 2 different lives. So with that said, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not anything that I'm worried about, I would say. But I'm just grinding harder, man. Like I said, I had some personal things that I'm working on. I should have all of that stuff pretty much done here like the next week, and I can really truly focus. Yeah, man, for real, for real. Let's see here. Choppy market actually was very bearish last night, so I was tempted to re-enter the 3rd time, but decided to chill. Yeah, that's right, Serena. It's funny you say that. I was at the same thing. When it lost the 2nd time, I was like, and I'm like, well, I have done this before. So I went ahead and took the 3rd reentry. I was like, no big deal. I looked at the P&L. I'm like, worst case scenario, I was like, if it go against me, I'm down like 18. It's cool. My account is way up, so I'm not even worried about it. Good. Been up studying and back testing before the market opens this morning. That's what's up, Pivot Point. Tired, anxious, and everything else in between, but try to keep my head straight and move on. Absolutely, man. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Body here, mind just waking up. I took the first entry on micros, then a second entry on one mini. I heard that. You like, I'm going for it. That's what's up. Looking like a bearish day? Possibly. My nail girl, good morning. Kiara said, likes needed. Joe Bro, morning, late but here. Now, you're not late, brother. You are on time. All right, y'all. Glad y'all let me know how y'all feeling. We got 59 viewers, 27 likes. If we can get 32 more likes up, that'll be amazing. That's all I ask. Free likes, free subscription. Free, yeah. Free likes, free subs, and I take care of the rest. All right, y'all, let's jump on screen share. Y'all know how we do. Gotta get our repetitive nature going. So we're gonna jump on news. Y'all remember Friday, nothing going on today. Empire, some yellow folder. Empire State Manufacturing Index, that was at 530, 615, which is already now. There is whatever that is, capacity, utilization rate, industrial production. That has really nothing for us. It's nothing for us to worry about. Really has nothing to do with nothing that's going to impact our trading this morning. So we can jump off of that. Let's go into the charts. I already got my lines drawn out for anyone that's new. This is a cheat code on how we get a bias on what we believe, or at least not what we believe, but it's a gauging point as to what price action may do once New York session opens, right? So y'all know, for anyone that's new on the stream, I'm in LA, so I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. You can do this. You can match these times to your time zone. So we have first one here. We have 5 to 9. We mark that out, and then we mark out 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. This is yesterday, last night's session. So the session started last night at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So what are we marking out? 5 to 9, that's Asia session. 11 to 2, that's London session. This is not the entire Asia or London session. This is just our cheat code of the areas that we mark out to try to get to try to get an understanding of what our bias may be. So for today, Asia high would be here, Asia low would be here, London high here, London low here. So we're looking to see if London took out Asia highs or Asia lows, or neither. Well, in this case, it did take out Asia lows, so we look for the market to be bearish. That is a cheat code. That is something that was taught to me by my coach and mentor. Shout out to my big brother, Scalp God. And y'all know it's pretty effective. Now, once again, we're not married to that, meaning just because it says that, just because it shows we're going to go bearish, it does not necessarily mean that price will go bearish, right? It's just a bias. It's not a prediction. It's not a guess. It's just something just to keep in mind. Now, does that mean that I won't take sales today? If my strategy shows me, does that mean I won't take buys today because of this? No, it does not mean that. If my strategy sets up for a buy, I will definitely take it. Now, let's go ahead and delete these lines off. We have about a little less than 3 minutes before market opens. All right, and we're going to sit here and be patient and see what we get. And let's see here. So I wanted to let y'all, let's get here. Let me get in here. Where we at? Stephen Brown, good morning. Good morning, my brother. Sell-off that I was anticipating yesterday happened last night. Price is now in the right for possible longs, but bias printed bearish movement, not married to it though. Absolutely. The last most bearish point was the 13th at 20 on Nas. Could bounce it. Yep, absolutely. I hope it drops. Heaven enjoy life. Good morning. Pete, price just hit the level I would be looking for a move down. Got you. Karate 357s, Grand Risers, my brother. All right, so we have nothing at the moment. All right, so let's see what the 5 minutes looking like. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Serena, what's so crazy is we don't even have I guess we're going to have to use either this or this for our market structure shift for the DS today. D Young, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, DS longs is setting up though. That is true. Market open about 30 seconds. So just wanted to let y'all know about the infamous copy trading issue. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was not in the best of spirits with my copy trader yesterday. So I decided to reach out, customer support, like, yo, bro, I've been rocking with this. I let them know, I sent them a very professional email, not really email, but a professional correspondence, like, yo, what's going on with this? What's going on with the copy trade? I've been using this copy trader for 2 years, and it's starting to get very quirky over the past, few months. What's going on? All right, market just opened. We'll get back into the copy trading story. Let's just see what market's gonna do. Let's stay focused here. All right, so let's see here. Honestly, I think price. This is just my own estimation, guesstimation, just from a characteristic standpoint of NQ. I think NQ may come down, sweep these low lows, and then continue on up. That's what I'm. The reason why I believe that is not believe that. The reason why I don't believe it. The reason why I think that is because we know, if you've been watching NQ, you know NQ loves to take overnight liquidity. This will be the closest liquidity it could take, right? It always loves to sweep the highs and the lows of the previous night session. That's just what it does, right? There's definitely way more liquidity to the upside than there is to the downside, because we know last night what? We know a lot of traders got in sells. We know that just by looking at everything. We know that. So I could see price actually, as I stated, coming down, sweeping these low lows, and then continuing on up, possibly giving us a good setup for our daily. Let's see here who we have, what we got. Using 243 as a high. This one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yep. I was thinking the same thing. This probably be the best one. But if it sweeps down, well, not sweeps down, but if it comes down and takes the London low, we might even get a better high for a market structure shift. But we'll see. All right, what we got? Josh Threats. Top of the morning, my brother. Was watching your videos yesterday, and I have to say you have the most clear and concise explanations on strats, explaining and effect on everything. Just want to say thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Felix. Anytime, my brother. One thing I said that when I was going to do this is that I wanted to make sure that I communicate properly. You know what I mean? Because that's in trading, it's so much information, and it's so many, like, how would I say, just stuff out there, right? Just all kind of stuff that people have put out there. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it indifferent. I ain't gonna even say good, bad, or indifferent. I'm gonna say some of it is factual, some of it is non-factual, some of it is indifferent. You know what I mean? So I told myself that I want to make sure that when I'm explaining something, I explain it not only in its entirety, but also give examples through the explanation to make it, how would I say, much easier to understand and much easier to comprehend. Because, one of the biggest things that we face as humans is miscommunication and misunderstanding. Just think about that. It's one of the biggest things we face as being human beings is miscommunication and misunderstanding. So if you communicate well, there's no reason for any misunderstandings, right? No miscommunication, that means no misunderstanding. So absolutely. And I appreciate you for even recognize that. Felix, that's what's up. Renee Baker. Good morning. Pivot point, 15-minute banger for the day. Let's take a check. Let's check. Oh, so to get a 15-minute banger, we would need this candle to flip bullish. But I really do believe it's going to come down, sweep this, and then continue on back up. But I could be wrong. I could be 1,000% incorrect. But yes, we could get a 15-minute banger today if this flips bullish. This 630 candle. 615 candle is already bullish, and this one has to be the same. These two candles have to be going in the same direction for the trade to be valid. So it's Monday. I can see things being kind of slow. Yeah, that was an upside fake out. Absolutely, cause. That's why I was like chilling. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit back and just wait, only because I know, based on characteristics, price loves to come down. Well, I ain't gonna say come down. It loves to sweep. It always likes to take the low or the high from the previous session. That's just what NQ loves to do. All right, what we got? Just made a few honeys. That's what's up. Good morning, Ms. Bossy. Good morning. And yes, you have been a great. Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. I definitely am very keen on that, and I definitely make sure that I am communicating properly because I want us to understand it, and I don't want any miscommunication. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Okay, there we go, Serena. I think we got a better high there. I would definitely feel even more comfortable with this long if price went ahead and swept this London low right here. And then on the way back, I'll feel that would even give me more confirmation and more confidence. I mean, I ain't gonna say more confident because I'm confident in the strategy, but more confirmation that this trade, you know what I mean, would do much better. You know what I'm saying, than not sweeping that. But either way, whenever my strategy sets up, I'm taking it. It's pretty much the way it works. All right, so what we got? Is anybody in anything at the moment? Turn my volume up a little bit. There we go. Is anybody in anything in the moment? And it's Friday. No volume really that much, so I'm looking for little back feed. I'm looking for price to be moving kind of slow today, honestly. I am. Oh, Discipline Royal, everyone. Discipline Royal said he's waiting. D Young, that's what's up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's what's up. Thank you, D Young. Appreciate you. All right, so today I'll be putting out the post. I like that. I like that. My nail girl said, hell no, definitely not in right now. That's what's up. Kyle's Crim says, sitting on my hands. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of vernacular I love to hear from y'all. Y'all just don't even know. When I hear y'all say that, like, I ain't in nothing right now. I'm waiting. I'm sitting on my hands. I'm being patient. All of that stuff. I love when y'all say that because it lets me know you guys are paying attention. You're watching the story. The story meaning the charts. You're watching the story. You're understanding what you're seeing. That's what that tells me when I hear you guys say that. Like, I love it. Because honestly, that's what all we should be doing right now. There's nothing going on right now. So let's just, be disciplined, right? Make sure that we're treating our trading game as a business because this is our business. We ain't in here gambling. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. That's what's up, D Young. D Young said, I'm sitting on my hands too. Hey, Trent, just want to clarify about the daily bias. Is that bias normally for the entire trading day or for price action at the New York Open and for a few more hours after that? It's for the whole day. It's for the whole day, by the way. Actually, great question, too. Great question. It's for the whole day. Wally said, waiting on his setup. That's what's up. Ms. Bossy says, sitting pretty. I love it. And Pivot Point said, no, sitting on my hands, waiting for my strategy. No 15-minute banger. No trade day for me. Man, I love it. I love it. Thank you, bro, for hitting me back. Last night, I forgot about the time zones. It's all good, but you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. I'm glad we got you up and running. And I wanted to tell you, I didn't say this to you, Q, but I wanted to tell you this. I know it can be a little frustrating from what you told me, what you had said. You was like, man, got my head hurt. And I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes this stuff can do that. But this is what we always have to remember. I know that with all the information going on and all the things that we have to do, signing up for prop firms and trying to get our charts right and things be acting wacky and not working, I know it can be overwhelming. Trust me, I know it can. This is for everyone. I'm speaking for everyone, to everyone, excuse me. I know it can be overwhelming, but just remember one thing. Do not let it overwhelm you. Just remember that. Do not let it overwhelm you. Seriously. I know it can be overwhelming. Like, trust me, I know it can, but do not let it overwhelm you. Like, just fight the mental side of not feeling exhausted, not feeling like, man, this is, like, don't let it get to you. Because when that happens, think about it. When that happens, I feel like that situation is like almost beating us, right? And we want to make sure that we overcome everything. So even though when things get overwhelming and this stuff just ain't working, and it seems like, what the heck is going on? Just fight through it. That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give you. And I'm telling you, it works. Just fight through it. Like I said, I know this can be overwhelming. Just don't let it overwhelm you. Period. But yeah, Q, I'm glad you hung in there and we got it done. So that was the, think about it. We conquered. We did what we were supposed to do, right? We got the account set up. You was on the charts and you was ready to go. So I think that's more important than anything, because the end goal was accomplished, right? We knocked it out. So kudos to you for hanging in there and still working through the adversity and making it rock. And I'm sure once you got in, I know you felt happy, because I could tell by your message. You know what I'm saying? You was like, I got in. I'm like, that's what's up. Yeah, I took a breath, smoked, and calmed down. I said, let me text bro. Absolutely. That's what we got to do. Like, just chill, relax. As I stated, don't let it overwhelm us, and boom, we good. All right, I thought I was the only Joe, bro. Nah, man. Hey, even for me at the beginning, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is a lot of information. For someone that wants to get into trading and you're new at this, honestly, it's a lot of information for someone to be new and just getting into this world. Literally, it's a lot of information. That's all I can say. And it can be information overload too. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and try to pretend like, oh, it can be information overload. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got it in. I was like, good. When you hit me that, because I was like, because you know how it is, like, I know what you was going through, right? And I was like, man, if I was just right there next to her, I would just go boop, 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 and do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, if I was just right there, I could knock it out. But I'm like, she gonna get it. I was like, Q gonna get it. Q gonna knock it out. I already know. I was like, Q gonna knock it out. I ain't even worrying about it. So sure enough, when I got the message back from you, I was like, yeah. I was like, that's what's up. She hung in there and got through it. My nail girl said facts. Mr. Cologne said, messing with this market, it has my Bob Marley consumption going up. I love it. He said my Bob Marley consumption. That is funny. This live has stopped the overloading for real. That's what's up. I appreciate that. That's the whole point of it, right? You know, watching a 15-minute to close. We'll trade the red bottom wick back down. My brain is on overload with all the trading information. Absolutely, D Young. I can definitely agree. But remember, we are not going to let it overwhelm us, though. That's one thing that we're going to always fight for. We're going to fight to make sure what? That we keep our mental, that we keep our mentality stable, right? And we don't let anything, how would I say, get us off our game or take us out of character when things aren't working. When things aren't working, just take a deep breath and just be like, man, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm gonna put it down for a sec and I'm coming back, but you're not gonna beat me. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to win this battle. I'm going to win this battle of me trying to, get something me trying to, how would I say, do something, sign into an account, set something up, and you're having all these quirky issues, and you tell yourself, look, I am going to overcome this. If I got to put this down for 30 minutes, go take a walk outside, or like some of our trade geniuses in here, go, do whatever you do, take a smoke, whatever it is that you do. Just do that to clear your head and come back and go ahead and finish up and win that battle. Because we ain't in here that we will not, how would I say, be defeated. We will not be defeated and we will not feel defeated, period. Always. I don't care what. We will always fight for that. We have to. We can't let nothing mess with our psychology. We cannot let anything mess with our psychology. Think about how much we have to keep our psychology intact just to trade, just to be a trader. Just think about that. We have to have our psychology so much intact that we can't let outside stuff, you know what I mean? Mess with us. We just can't. We can't. We can't let nothing, there's a saying in New Orleans. Shout out to Josh Thresh, because I know he probably knows this. There's a saying in New Orleans, we say, don't let nobody steal your shine. And nobody could be a person. It could be a something. It could be anything. Nobody doesn't necessarily mean a person. You know what I'm saying? But don't let nobody or nothing steal your shine, period. So let's check 15. Yep, no 15-minute banger today. That trade is now invalidated. All right, let's get back to the 1 minute. All right, so it looks like, yes, price, this will be the London low right here at, what is this? 147. All right, so we have already taken London low. So London low has been taken. Let's see what price is going to do now. And you know what? I wanted to show y'all something from yesterday too. I'm going to go back. If anyone can remind me, as we're going through, if I don't get, if I happen not to get to it, just remember, I want to show y'all something from yesterday that I forgot to show y'all. It was something about news. I want to show y'all something. So please don't let us get out of here without saying, Trend, you're supposed to show us something about news. Somebody make sure they, they stay on my brain on that. All right, what we got? My dreams have changed so much since I started this journey, and as hard as it is was to start, as hard as it is to start, I'm glad I jumped in and seen more new people jump in too, and old traders actually being helpful. Absolutely. I went to play ball yesterday, and my boy had a knee brace on. I told him that I'm looking at him like the stock market. I could make real good sales off you because you on the decline. That is funny as heck. JR, you funny, bro. That's funny. Y'all was playing ball. That's what's up. I'm watching y'all on the sidelines make that money. I have to protect the capital. Absolutely. Man, that sounds like somebody who got their psychology together. That sounds like somebody who's truly taking advantage of their investment on their 101. That's all I gotta say. Pivot point, man. That's some fire words right there. Let me pop here and let me drop that up there. Pivot point said, I'm watch y'all on the sidelines make that money. I have to protect my capital. She is sitting on her hands. And that's another thing too. Never care what another trader is doing. Only worry about what you're doing. If you have a rule or you have a strategy that, doesn't allow you to trade that day and other people are trading, it's like, oh, well, y'all go get y'all money. I'm about to protect my capital and sit on the sidelines. All right. So, you know what I mean? So, you have to really, look at that from a real true perspective of, okay, what am I doing here individually? Because everybody's strategies are different. Everybody trades a different way. So what other people are doing has nothing to do with you. Stick with your rules, stick with your strategy, and do your thing. Straight up. Let's jump back to the charts. And as you can see, price swept that. All right, now looks like we might be getting that push back up. So let's see what we got. Let's go here. Let me see because I know Lazy be on stuff. Let me see what he talking about. What he talking about? He ain't on nothing. Okay, cool. Well, we may get what we were looking for. All right. So let me go to the 5 minute. Let me see something here. Bob. See something. Did it reach all the way down? Almost. I was thinking price was gonna touch here before it went back up, but it got pretty close. But it definitely swept definitely swept London low. So, and also this is a parallel channel, right? Definitely is a parallel channel. So yeah, let's see. Entered for a sale using London breakout and closed 1K on NQ, done for the day. That's what's up. Shout out to Kyle's Crim. Getting that bread for the day. Love it. I love it. Learning to be patient is really helping. I am one and done. Absolutely. Jerry Jack said, good job, pivot point. Set it and let it ride for me. Absolutely. Looks like bears. But I've been stuck in a buy. One and done. Absolutely. Got to be one and done, y'all. And you got to be patient, right? We have to be patient. It's very important. It's very important that we understand patience. Very important. Is there a way to save the same limit order every time? Because I had to type in the risk unit. I had to type in the risk unit and ticks and missed because of that. Nah, there's not a way that you can save that. The reason why is because think about it. When we put in the risk unit and ticks, we're basically placing an order, right? So because we're placing an order, there's no way that we really can save that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know there is a thing that you can set up. I'm not sure, Corbs, what are you trading on? But I do believe there is something in the settings that you can set up to where when your entry won't be set, but I believe you can keep your risk, like your stop loss and take profit, like you can have the, like, let's say your stop loss is 30 ticks and your take profit is 60. That's going to be based on wherever your entry is, right? I believe you can save those parameters in, like the amount of ticks of your stop loss and the amount of ticks of your, my bad, y'all. My laptop is trying to die on me. But you can save the ticks of your stop loss and also the ticks of your TP. So whenever you pop your entry in there, it'll automatically pop in, like, hypothetically speaking, let's say you're you want your anytime you enter a trade, you always want your TP set at, I don't know, 30 ticks. I'm just hypothetically speaking. And you always want your stop loss set at, 30 ticks. You want your TP set at 60 ticks. You can do that, and then wherever your entry is, it'll do that. I'm not sure what you're trading on, but I believe you can save that. I know where I'm using the Edge Fund and trading on TradingView. And okay, so you're trading through the dashboard. I don't think there's a way you can save that on there. So you're trading on yeah. See, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I know in Ninja Trader you can do it. In Ninja Trader, I know you can do it. I don't know if I can do it in TradingView. So, hey, should I be waiting on you or waiting till it breaks out again? Nate, when you say waiting on me, what do you mean, my guy? Like, I'm just waiting for my setup. Price already did what I thought it would do, which would be to sweep London lows and then make its way back up. If I get my setup, I'm definitely going to take longs, and this first daily level, this pink line, will be my target. So are we looking long, or I'm looking for longs. Yeah, I'm looking for longs. That's what I'm looking for. But that's only if my strategy sets up. And the reason why I'm looking for longs is only because if my strategy set up, it would have to be a long. It can't be a short, because all my daily levels are above. So for me in this strategy, it would have to be a long. Now, if my daily levels were below, then I would wait for a setup short. And if I got a setup short, then I would take it. Let's see here. On TFTP and SL, you can set it and then adjust it when you place the order. Yes, see, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So you can do that. So you can do that. What, that was Nate. No, not Nate. My bad. That was Corbs. Yeah, Corbs. So you can do that. I saved one of the templates on TV, the way you say. Oh, cool. I got you. The way you say, Trent. It's called it calls order preset. Makes sense. Preset the order. Duh. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So I wasn't paying attention, and let me go ahead and do this. Open this back up. And let me do this, and I got to reset all this stuff over again. And look at that. That is too crazy. I didn't pay attention. I'm about to miss my. All right, let's do this. Come on. All right, so let's go here. All right, I got to set my copy trader up. One second, y'all. I'll let my laptop die. 1 second. Had to put all my credentials back in. All right, let me get my copy trader set back up really quick. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened on the copy trader. Actually, two things I want to talk to y'all about: copy trader and news from yesterday. Okay, cool. Now let's go here. So new. 1 second, y'all. I'm just setting up my copy trader. Please bear with me. My bad. My laptop died on me, so of course I have to Go back and do everything over again, but I'm almost done. And then we're going to jump back in it. And the cool thing is, looks like my setup might be happening. So all right. And then let me get this other one. I'm going to go with almost there. Yeah, almost there. One more. I'm actually setting up two different copy trading little things for my, what's the name? Okay, cool. So price dip back down. I got a little bit of time. All right, so almost there. Got to get this cracking. Bam, bam, bam. All right, let me make sure I'm set up here where it's supposed to be on 60. I think I have that set up already here. Yeah, 60 is set up, my little eval. Okay, cool. So we got a little double top at that little area right there. Let's see here. Yeah, I was going to say, I was just thinking when I said, I was like, he said, I see you made it off the 405. Yes. I pulled up and I was like, all right, cool. We got it fixed. And I drove back home. Mr. Payout, that's super funny. Yeah, I did. I'm telling you, bro, I was about to pitch that joint on. I'm telling you. But nah, me and my copy trader, we've made amends. So we'll talk about that. Yeah, but yeah, we made amends. All right, let me make sure everything is set correctly. 45.25. Let me log in back over here because it logged me out. You take me back to that? Yes, it did. All right. Okay. So we back set. All right, good. We back in. We are back in the game. Let me just make sure all that's correct. That's correct. Okay, cool. We good. All right, let's see here. This happens so often. Let's see. Wait. Thank you. T, you would not target the blue lines for sale? No, I won't. Those are unmitigated levels. And the way the strategy works, the strategy that I use is to target these pink lines for the strategy. But I would never like target the blue lines for the strategy initially because the strategy doesn't work that way. That's not the way it was taught to me. So that's not the way that I traded. This happens so often. If you have a bullish 5 minute, the next candle will come back down to the open of the previous candle and move up. I just trade this one for 700, done with this account. Pete, that's what's up. Has to be initial 5 minute bullish candle to do what I mentioned above. In profit on my Lucid, now I'm back on my demo account. That's what's up. HSS win, one and done. That's what's up, Mike. Sneehall, you had a business expense today? Be like that, my guy. It's all good. 1371, it's all good. I'm not sure what strategy you're trading, but if you just really kind of look at price action, right? It's really nothing here. Unless you are trading HSS, hybrid super scalping, then yeah. There was a little play right here. Right here. Little play right here. A little play right there. But other than that, nothing really out there. Miss Impress. I had called the people. I was looking for you. I had called the people. I'm glad you showed up. I'm gonna make that call and let them know that they can call the search off. She's here now. Good. All right, cool. Hit my people up and let them know. Impress made it. All right, got called in today just for them to tell me I don't have to be here. Missed a trading day. Average military experience. Got you. All good. We may get a higher low for better on our. Absolutely. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, Serena. I was like, we might get a better high, at a lower point to get a better R&R on this DS. Absolutely. Chris Watkins, yep, I missed that play. Being greedy. Yeah, man. That's all right. Chris, at least this is my thing. Whenever you guys identify something that you're doing, like if you said, I'm being greedy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, trust me, these are things that you should be writing in your journal. Literally, these are things you should be writing in your journal. I missed this entry. because I was being greedy. Like, you should be writing your whole trade day down in the journal. And what I mean by your whole trade day is just like what's going on. You don't have to write every single thing, but it should be every single thing when it comes to emotions, definitely emotions and how you're feeling. Those are definite journal entries for sure. As well as what the charts look like. Was it choppy? You can also put in another good journal entry would be what the overnight bias was. Also, if there was news and how did that news play out? Did it bring a lot of volume into the market? Did it not? Like, these are all journal entries that you should be writing down. What we got? George Powell said, hey, TradeGheenyuz, I'm good for today. 235 per each account. I'm out. And good. I will stop being greedy. Nah, you good, man. 230. Think about it. 235 is like, I don't know. Them twosies and three, like between like 2 and 5 on multiple accounts, man, you eating. Think about it. If you had 3 accounts and you made 500, that's 1,500. Where are you gonna go and make $1,500 sitting on your butt, doing what we do for a few minutes and some clicks? Come on, man. Impress, what you got? If you don't target the previous day level blue lines, why you keep them on your chart? I keep them on my chart because I always want to know the daily levels that were not touched. And as you can see, we get reactions off those. As you can see, there's been a lot of reactions off this blue line. A lot of reactions. I like to have them there, and then when price touches them, then I delete them. Now, let me give you an example of why I like to keep them on my chart. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, my daily levels were below, right? Well, y'all see I got tons of blue lines below too, right? So I would also use that as a confluence to say, I got a ton of targets below. Think about it, above, what do I have? We've been at all-time highs, so I only have 4 targets above. Does that mean they're not strong targets? They're strong targets because they're dailies. But if price was above all of this and I had these 4 dailies and I had all of these unmitigated levels, I'd be like, okay, I've got a bunch of targets below. And I would use that as a confluence. But I like to keep them on my chart just to give me an idea of where price didn't touch, because remember, these blue lines were previous daily levels, right? So these blue lines were pink lines that price did not touch. So that's the reason why I like to keep them on my chart. Also, that's the way I was taught. Shout out to my big brother Scalp God. But yeah, that's how he taught me, and they stay on my chart until price hits them. When price hits them, then I remove them. So when price hits them during the New York session, not any session, price has to touch these lines during New York session. So being that price touched New York session price touched this blue line, this unmitigated level, I'll be definitely deleting this off my chart at the end of the day today. So that's one of the reasons why I like to keep them on there. Virginia, you pay bills too. A lot of us should be sitting on our hands. I've been finding lately that big moves happen after 10:30 when market starts to calm the volume and shows the real move. Yeah, let me see, at 10:30, so about an hour after. Yeah, you know what? Because we're in such trying times with the market and with, like, you know, the war and stuff like that. It's different. It's really been different. I can tell you, trading in 2024, the strategies were really on point. When I say on point, like, it would, you know, you're never going to get 100% win rate, right? That's truly impossible, right? No one has 100% win rate. Someone tells you that 100% win rate, you know, just based on just trading knowledge, you know that that's impossible, right? The market won't even allow anyone to have 100% win rate. But I can tell you that the win rate was much higher when I was trading in 2024. Seriously. Like, especially on our strategies. Like, strategies was just, they was showing up left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, strategies they were showing themselves. Yep. So, see, my brother, my big brother and mentor just said, no setups for me today. Enjoy your weekend. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why. Let's do this. Right, where we at? 6:30 here. Market open was here, right? Let's do this. I mean, look at this. Let's look at this and really be realistic. Do we really truly believe that we can make some money in this garbage right here? Seriously. This price action is trash. Like, for real, for real. If you ain't trading a hybrid super scalping, something like that, this is trash price action. And I'm saying trash, hot garbage, literally hot garbage. So with that stated, and it's Friday, and there's no news, so there's no volume, right? Let's keep those things in mind. Characteristics of NQ, Fridays can be very lackluster. Ranging, absolutely, Mr. Payout. Can't do nothing in that. When we see stuff like that, we already know what we're doing. Shout out to Pivot Point, sitting on our hands. For real, for real. For real, that's what we're doing, sitting on our hands. You know, because think about it. It don't make no sense to force nothing. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to force anything. I'd rather not take a trade today, go into the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Even if, check this out. I am not red this week, but even if I was red, right? I have no problems going into the week red instead of compounding my losses by feeling that I need to force something because I want to go into the weekend green. Doesn't work that way. So, good morning. Today is the first day. I didn't push to trade, just watching and learning today. That's what's up. Shout out to you, Jason. That's what's up. That's what's up. It will be gambling trading in this. Absolutely. 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 Got to put that up there. Got to put that up there. You see that? It would be gambling trading in this. Very much so. And right now we're at 7 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock in on Wall Street. And yeah, as we start getting closer and closer to lunch is when I start, like right around, if I don't have nothing in by 7:30-ish, I'm out. Seriously. Like it's like about another half an hour, I'm done for the day. Honestly, I'm almost really pretty close to being done today. Seriously. I'm really, really, truly close to being done. Only because from this is just my character. This is just what I see from this based on characteristics, right? It's Friday, number one. Number two, no news. And price is just ranging. And you can tell look how the market came in. It came in real, like it just, like when, you know how it is, like when we have a good market open, like those candles, there's some nice volume in those candles, right? Right? Think about it. We see some nice volume in the candles, right? This is our 6:30 candle right here. Look at this. You can just look at the candles and just see, like, there's no volume, and if there's no volume, there's no momentum. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it. Here's what I'm thinking. If let me screen share. If, like, you look at, okay, so this is a 6:30 candle, right? Let's look at these candles. There's no volume. And there's definitely no momentum, right? It's just there. If this setup happened, I really truly believe it would be like yesterday. The trade that we were in yesterday. What we were in yesterday? The 15-minute banger? We were in a 15-minute banger yesterday. And I closed out, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it might have been the day before. Whatever that day that we were in a 15-minute banger and I think it was yesterday. And they closed, I believe it was. And think about it, that thing went all day, never hit TP. I closed out probably, I don't know, 10 ticks, a few points from TP. I was like, you know what, I'm about to take my bread now. And I was done for the day. And I did that like right after the stream. Right after the stream was over, I was like, you know what, I'm about to take my bread and I'm done for the day. Took my little base hit and I was cool. And price never hit TP. The market closed. The market closed with that trade being in profit, but it never hit TP. And like even today, like I'm not liking any of this. Like I don't like any of this. Literally. I don't like any of this. So you know what I'm about to do, right? I'm about to log off. I am done for the day. No trading for me. And that's that. I'm not about to even get caught up in none of this trash right here. My accounts are much more valuable than getting in any of this. So let's get the mental muscle rocking. Let's see here. Let me get back in. Where we at? Question: since the 8% line was hit for 2026, when and how would you calculate the 8% line for 2027? Great question. That will be a video that I'm going to make, Miss Impress. Yes, great question. Because I know everyone would want to know how to calculate it, and I was already thinking ahead. That's definitely some content I'm going to make, because it's going to take a video to really truly explain that. But let me say this: I got you, straight up. What we got? Khalid, good morning, Trent. How are all doing? I sent you a message in a circle. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I'll check it out in a sec. I'll check it out when I jump off stream. I'll gamble with my demo account all day long. It's building my confidence. Absolutely. That's what demo account is for. Demo account is for that. So same no move by 10:30. It's a no trade. Absolutely. I'm so excited trying to control it. I truly feel like this is my calling. I'm the firstborn mom. Had me at 13 and kept having him. So I feel my duty is to break the generational curse. Sorry this is so long. You're all good. Y'all good. Blessings, Q. That's what's up. Good stuff. Amen to that. Serena said yes yesterday. Oh, you closed out too? 300. Yeah. Same here, Serena. I closed out. I think it was like two. What was it? I think it was 265 and 10 accounts. Not bad. Not bad at all. Tony Mack, I'm glad I found your page. I'll be going through all your videos this weekend to get a better understanding. I'll be a little more prepared next week. Absolutely. Thank you for your time and wisdom. You're welcome. Master Splinter with the wisdom. Thank you. Impress should be waiting. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Oh, Serena. I gotta holler at my confidant. Serena, what you think? What you think? I don't know. You know what? The one thing that I do not like doing is telling myself I'm done, and then I go back in and I take a trade, even though my trade is setting up. Guess what? I'm going to err on the side of caution. I'm going to stay out, like I said. I'm going to follow my first mind and leave it at that. If this trade hits, great. Guess what I'll do? I'll take it on demo. That's what I'll do. I'll take it on demo. So let's get there. Let me log in. Demo account. Bam. All right, cool. I'm in on my demo account. If this sets up, I'll take it. It's trying to set up. See, that's the thing. See, you see these candles, yo, like, and the volume is pathetic. Literally, the volume is pathetic. But let's see. All right, there it is. If we get a close, so anyone that wants to like practice with this, you know what I'm saying? We can definitely, you know what I'm saying? We can all take this on demo if we get a fair value gap after this, and then I'll explain this strategy. But I'm going to take it on demo. I'll explain the strategy after that. But we already have our market structure shift, which is right here. That's the first step of this strategy. The next step would be a fair value gap. So we need a fair value gap. We have one already so far, a little small one right here, a little tiny one. If this candle can close and this fair value gap can hold, we're going to place our order right here at the top of this fair value gap, waiting for price to come and tap us in and take us back up. So if anybody wants to practice, this is your time to practice. Please be on your demo account. This is not going to be a live trade for me. I'm definitely going to take this on demo. There we go. So this candle closed. We have our fair value gap right here. You can see it, little tiny one right here. This little small one, not this big one, this little small one right here. So what are we going to do? We're going to set our limit order. Oh, let me put in 5. let's do this. Let's go trade. Let me put in my 5 micros. And all right, we're going to set the limit order right up at the top of this FVG. Put in our buy limit, and boom. And what are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to come back into this FVG, pick up our order, and continue on to our target, which will be this daily level at 29,448.25. Excuse me, y'all. All right, so, and stop loss would be here. Pretty huge stop loss. So let's see here. I mean, we could also use this one too. I'll use this one as a stop loss. Where are we at? Sell stop. All right, cool. And there it is. So the trade is set. As I stated, this is a demo trade. I'm not taking on my live account. I'm actually not going to be live trading anything. So what's cool is a little double bottom. See that? Little double bottom, a little W there, right? Double bottom. And remember how I told y'all how when the other part of that bottom is a little bit higher on a double bottom, it's definitely a good indication of longs. But I'm just not taking it today only because I just don't like the way the price action looks. Price action is crappy. I'm cool. So let's see here. I got a couple questions. I see somebody asking me some questions. Can I recommend a training journal that's been helping me? Absolutely. Angel Gomez, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I stream every day, Monday through Friday. 9:15 a.m. is when the stream starts. Also, too, I'll be putting out a post. Y'all know we will be having our members only live stream starting Sunday, this Sunday at Market Open. It will be an overnight session, members only live stream. And basically, membership is $8.99 a month, 45 cents a day. I ain't got to say nothing else after that. I mean, come on. So $9 to make $9 a month to make. If you're following a strat, you can make thousands of dollars. The reason why I decided to make it a membership, I make it a members only live stream is because I'm already live streaming every day, 5 times a week, right? So, just a little. I made it. I incentivized it just to make sure that I am getting traders that really want to invest into themselves. Because I know $9 is not a lot of money, but still, somebody's willing to spend a little bit of bread and invest into themselves is definitely who I want to surround myself with. I want traders that are serious just like I am, right? I want all the same minds meeting in the room. We don't need no bad apples in the room. We want everybody with the same mentality. We're all pushing each other to the same goal. That's the whole idea. All right, she trades. Let's see. It took 2 L's. Done for the day. I can't lie. I can't lie and say I saw that chop coming. I saw my model and I took it. We will be back next week. Knocked my confidence for a little, but it's cool. Yeah, that tends to happen. It was a lot of chop in there. That was a lot of chop and Friday. Another characteristic of NQ. I said this about 3 times. Friday. Like literally. It's not every Friday, of course, but if you pay attention, like just go back, you can back test this. You can fact check what I'm saying. You can back test it. You can just go back and just go start looking at Fridays, and you'll see they're hit or miss. Yeah, we'll get some good Friday, but they're hit and miss. I mean, every day can be a hit or miss, right? But I'm just speaking on Fridays. Fridays tend to be a hit or miss, just based on my characteristics of what I've seen from NQ. That's just something that I've seen, something that I've noticed. It's a little hit and miss. And I'm very particular about Fridays that has no volume, number one, and also coming off a heavy news day, which was yesterday. Not really heavy, but coming off a news day. If it was heavy, even more so. So, but she trades, I like how you said, knocked my confidence for a little, but it's cool. Nah, keep your confidence up. Just because a trade goes against us, we took a couple of L's. I don't care if you've been in a slump. Still keep your confidence up. I know that's easier said than done, but as traders, that's what we have to do. Remember, we cannot let anything steal our shine. Nothing. Nothing that's going on in trading, nothing that's going on in our personal life. We cannot allow that to happen. So with that stated, I always say not for long, right? It's happened, it's in the past. Journal it. See what you possibly may have done wrong, and then just, you know what I'm saying, just go from there. Just try to find something. Just try to find something. You know what I'm saying? So when I say try to find something, like try to find something that may have been inconsistent from what you've been doing. That's what I'm saying. Like try to find, what's wrong, what went wrong today, or what did you do different? Not necessarily what went wrong, but what did you do different today? You know what I'm saying? Like figure that part out. And then that'll kind of give you an idea of what it is. It could have been price action, could have been a number of things. So just keep that in mind. Next time I'm coming to NOLA, my birthday's next week. I was thinking about going home next week for my birthday, but I don't know. But when I do, if you want to connect, I'm down. So I'll definitely let you know when I do, Josh. If you want to connect, we can connect. I'm down. So I know you're in Kenner. I usually stay down in the warehouse district or down in CBD, somewhere around there. But yeah, we can link up if you want to, straight up. But let me say this soon, because I'm a Saints season ticket holder, right? So schedule just came out yesterday. So I'll be in the city at least. I'm coming to all the games like I did last year. So I'll be in the city for at least 8 times. We got 8 home games, and I'm even thinking about going to Paris for the home game we have in Paris too. That's in October. We play the Steelers in Paris. So I'm still debating because I got a lot of other stuff going on as well. Also too, I want to say hold on, let me get through these, and I got to say something. I'm sure it's simple, but how do you change the trade price? Courtney, what do you mean, my guy? Explain to me what you mean, so I can get that question answered for you. Took a loan from the last side in the break of the 15-minute channel for 30 points, done for the day. Discipline Royal, that's what's up. So you're saying that if we do not have a 150K account, do not join the fight? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you want to trade it, I would recommend a 150K account. You can trade on any account you want. Of course, that's up to you, but I recommend a 150K account. And definitely something that doesn't have any consistency, rule in the funded, because you want to be able to run it up. You know what I'm saying? So let me say this. All right. So the 5-0 strategy was designed. It's a strategy designed to go to the Lambo store the next day. Now, shout out to my big brother, Scalp God. When he put the PDF out, of course, he put it out in mind of what? Making sure that he's protecting capital for any of the traders that want to take this trade, right? So that's why he put the two reentries only, and gave the parameters about taking base hits and stuff like that. I traded different. I traded actually truly the way that he does. If you ever paid attention, when he trades it, you'll notice his stop loss never moves. This trade is that strategy is designed, like I said, to go to the Lambo store the next day, meaning we trying to hit TP 100 on every trade. Now, of course, we know that won't happen, but we're trying to get the most we can out of that trade. That's how it works on that trade. That's how I trade it. That's how I, that's how I implement that strategy. But also too, that's why I'm saying the 150K account is where you want to be. That's going to give you $4,500 in drawdown. Also, the Lucid Flex, the one I told y'all about, right? Like that's my one for this strategy for the 5-0. Also, because in the Lucid Flex funded account, there's no consistency rule. Come on, y'all. So you see how I'm pairing that a particular prop firm account with the strategy. Like that's the reason why I'm saying that Lucid 150K Flex account. Now in the eval, it's a 50% consistency rule. I'm cool with that. That means you can pass it in 2 days. To pass it is you got to get 9,000. So you got to take your account from 150 to 150, 150,000 to 159,000. Consistency rule at 50%. So that means you can't make more than 4,500. That's cool. You can pass it in 3 days. I'm not saying 3 consecutive days, but I'm saying in 3 trading days. You know what I'm saying? You hit 3 good trades, you can pass it in 3 days. Now, what's so great about that is that once you're in the funded, you can run it up. Meaning you can go to bed on it, wake up, be up 5,000, be at TP 20, whatever, because you know this trade does that. And when you look at how much this trade hits all those many TPs, you compare that to how much the trade loses, and I'm telling you, you're still going to be in profit. I ain't gonna say how much it loses, but compared to the times that it loses, because it's not about how much it loses, right? Compared to the times that it loses, or that the trade goes against us, and we have to take a reentry, and that might, like last night, trust me, you're gonna make that back. That's why I like the large account, the 150K Lucid Flex, because once you get to that funded, you can run it up. If the trade makes 10 bands, you can make 10 bands. And you're not, how would I say, you're not handcuffed on the amount of money or the amount of profit that you can make. And that's very important. Serena said 132 SL. Yep, that's correct. Mine is a little lower than that, but we're on demo. I'll move it up. Right. Let's do this. Right. Come on, man. All right, 132. There we go. All right, cool. Got to be on point. My confidant making sure I be on point. All right, cool. Where we at? Did I miss tip of the day? Nothing. We ain't got no mental muscle yet. We still talking. All right, let's get in it. Let's get our mental muscle. I love it. Just fiending for that psychology. I love it. All right, y'all. Question of the day today is, y'all know I'm in that demo trade, so we just letting it run. Question of the day today is this setup improving or degrading over time? Hey, you know what? This is a great question for what's going on right now. Let me say that. So, is this setup improving or degrading over time? So think about it. This is a question that you would ask yourself, right? And we're going to go to the charts. I'm about to screen share right now, and we're going to go over that. So, is this setup improving or degrading over time? So, pull up my notes. All right. So, as far as I'm concerned, my setup is degrading. That's why I took it on demo. Yeah, so it just tapped us in. Let's get back over there. I know y'all heard the bell. So it just tapped us in. So this is the way the strategy works. So y'all saw we waited for market structure shift, which was this candle here, meaning a close above the previous the previous high or low, depending on direction you're going. The next thing is you would wait for a fair value gap. We got the fair value gap, and we place our entry right at the top of the fair value gap, because if you guys know the characteristic of NQ loves to come into these fair value gaps, pick up these orders, and then continue on. So we're in it, up a little bit on demo, so you guys get a chance to see how this strategy works. So initially, and we're gonna let it rock. We're gonna let the trade rock. I'm laughing because initially I was gonna say my setup is degrading over time. And actually it did, in a sense, right? Because for me, this was the thing. I was gung-ho into taking my setup, right? When I started seeing all this, I was like, I'm good. Why? Now, once again, it's Friday. A lot of ranging going on, and then I'm remembering yesterday's trade, right? Same thing. That trade just played around all day. It just ranged all day yesterday. So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But that's how I was feeling initially, and it degraded enough for me to where I didn't want to take it on my live account. So I'm on demo. I don't care if this thing hits 10 bands. That does not matter to me. What matters to me is my process. Remember, we talk about this, right? We want to be process-driven traders, not profit-driven traders, right? All right, so let me get in here. Got you, pivot point. Yeah, I saw Lazy announce longs. Which link gets me to the membership? If you go on there, let me show y'all. Boom. If you go here, let's see here. Right here, where it says join. Right here. Bam. Right there, right there. And Lorna, I was going to tell you, Lorna, if you're still on, try, I know you were trying to do it on your phone. Try doing it on your computer, on your laptop or your desktop. Try signing up there. Now, I don't know why, shouldn't be no issues on the phone either, because I saw it in both places, but I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. Just try doing it on your laptop or your desktop computer. Just try to join there. You should be good. All right, where are we at? So book a flight. She's like, just kidding. DSD without us, right? For real. Josh said threat. I'm gonna hit you after the live. That's what's up. Where you want to tell us on news? Okay, I'm gonna get in there right now. I'm in a long right now. I got you, Kiara. Kyle said I'm in a long. JR said I was thinking about going to Paris game also, Trent. Okay. Well, we can link. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. Trent, did you know your sister Canary called out an NQ trade? And she did not come into the chat? She did not come in. Oh, hold on. I got a bone to pick with my sister. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Where, hold on. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where's she at? Right here. Where's she at? Where are we at? She sure did call in. Yep. Okay, sis. I don't know where you at, but I need you to show up. And she killing it this morning. What she called? Yep. Basically she called out the long. Shawarma called it out. He called it out late though. He called out the long. And we're in a long in our strategy setup. So I'm sure everybody pretty much had the right idea. Like we were all pretty much thinking around the same thing. Let's see here. What's your thoughts on using trailing stop? I think a trailing stop is amazing, especially if you got a runner. Trailing stops are cool. It's how you use them. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a trailing stop is amazing. I would use a trailing stop on a runner. And actually, there are times where I have trailed, you know what I'm saying, trail price with my stop loss on the runners. But trailing stops are amazing. I feel like 5-0 is more valid after Asia opens, and otherwise exit before Asia and re-enter after Asia opens. That's what's up. And I'm out with a small L. That's all good. Had a little small bill today. All good, cause one and done. That's right. She said, bro, did you just pop it? What time was this? Okay, cool. Did I? Oh, okay. You tapped in and I did not even see you because I was talking. Yes. I see she called, okay, the trade trying to do a little something. Bottoman said, I also see a similar picture for 5-0 strategy in my back testing. Those few hours from market open and before Asia open are very choppy usually. Very true. That's right. Crypto Queen in the building. Yes. And then price most often comes back at 5 to open a 5 minute once Asia opens to establish the actual direction. George Powell said, thanks, partner. Lorna said, I am there. Okay, cool. Lorna, let me know if you were able to get in. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm happy for everyone who made money today. We getting better every day. Absolutely. Pivot point. Oh, she in here. That's what's up. I didn't even know that. Because I wasn't scrolling. I was talking. Let me jump here because I ain't about to watch this trade. Let's go here. And we got to get back into our question today. George Powell said, just join. Appreciate you, my guy. Canary, best in the game. I think that's an understatement. Also use trailing stop if you have intraday drawdown. Very true. Very, very true. Don't forget about info on news. And Kiara reminded you about reminded you, and you got sidetracked. Joseph Royal swears she's a goat. Absolutely. All right, so I'm on it. News. I told y'all what I say. It was news, and what else was it? What was it, Kiara? What was the other thing? Because my mind went somewhere. My mind is on some other stuff right now, like for real. Something dealing with home. Yes. Yeah, with Lucy Flex, there's no consistency rule in the funded account. That's correct, Empress. That's correct. There's no consistency rule in the funded account. That is correct. Cue a trailing stop is basically when price is going up, and then you have in some platforms will allow you to put in a trailing stop where you say you want your trailing stop to ride behind price like 20 ticks, 30 ticks, or whatever, and that's the trade copier. That's what's up, Bottom, and thank you. To where price is following, your trail stop is following price. You can set it at like 10 ticks, 20 ticks, 30 ticks, or you can manually, manually do it. As price is going up, you're just moving your stop loss. So you're basically just, a trailing stop loss means it's just trailing behind price, whether it's in a buy or a sell. That's all that means. So yeah. So let's do question of the day, and then we'll definitely get into copy trader and news. All right. So let's finish getting our mental muscle in. All right. So we ask ourselves, is this setup improving or degrading over time? This is a question that you would ask yourself when you're sitting down and your strategy is setting up. And remember, we're always trying to find out what? We're always trying to find out what is missing. Put my rally hat on. Rally hat going on. Rally hat going on for Mr. Cologne. He likes when I put my rally hat on. Me too. All right, so we always want to find out what is missing, right? That's what we want to find out. Like, what is missing there? What I mean by what is missing, like, what is not there? We want to see where is there no confirmation? Like, is there no structure? Did the second step of my trade not set up? Did price action start ranging? Like, all these things that will give us an idea to either sit on our hands or take the trade. Now, let me give you a good example. So let's go back to screen. Go back to the charts. I want to show y'all something based on this question. So if I ask myself, is this setup improving or degrading over time? Now, I told y'all when we first started, I was like, oh, yep, I'm looking to take longs, this and that and this, right? But when I started seeing this, all this little rangy stuff going on, and it's Friday, my trade started to degrade over time. It degraded enough for me to where I was like, you know what? I'm not taking it on live. I'm going to take it on my demo account, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't care if the trade hits $30,000. Oh, well, I'm not about to sweat that, because one thing that I know, I exercise discipline, I did not gamble, and I protected my accounts. My capital is everything, right? So prices is doing a lot of ranging right now. Yeah, I'm up in a trade, 580. That's cool. And guess what? It may even hit. But this trade for me degraded over time. It got too rangy. And then my setup didn't happen till I got market structure shift at almost an hour after the market. For this strategy, that is, in my opinion, it's not, how would I say, it's not good for the strategy. If that's the most easiest, simplest way I can put it. For me, usually this strategy will set up within at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes within that time. Really 15 to 20 if we're going to have it. Now, does that mean it can't set up later? Yeah, that means that. But there's a window when I like to take my trades. And 714 was pushing my window. My window was 730, but 714 was really pushing it. Now, yeah, the trade is up 700 and something bucks. No, once again, no big deal. I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to make sure that I make the right decision, or make the, how would I say, make the most conducive decision, because it's necessarily not about right or wrong, the most conducive decision for my trade entry. So guess what? Take it on demo and I'm good. But my trade degraded over time for me. So with that stated, the reason why we want to make sure that we're asking ourselves this question is because, remember, good setups are going to improve confirmation, right? You know, they improve with confirmation. That's a good setup. You know, weak setups lose structure, and that's how I was feeling about that trade. Like it was losing structure. Straight up, it was losing structure for me, and it was taking too much time to set up. And because it was Friday, and there was no news, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna err on the side of caution. I'm gonna sit out and sit on my hands. I took a position. To sit on my hands and demo trade it. So for me, once again, this strategy pretty much degraded over time. So to give you an idea, that's how you would, how would I say, gauge this question to your trading style or your strategy. So just keep that in mind. And remember, we're professional decision makers. And think about it. We know, just being in life, every decision we make ain't gonna go our way. We know that. That's why I say it this way. We are professional decision makers. Because we want to make sure that, now, it's not about being right or wrong. We just want to make sure that we make a very sound decision, and then we just live with the results. And it doesn't mean that if we made a decision and we're wrong, it's okay. It's not about being wrong or right. That's not what our decision is about. Our decision is about what was the most conducive choice for that particular scenario. Now, what do we do to protect ourselves? Making sure we're not over leveraging, making sure that we have the right R&R, making sure that we're auditing our emotions, and also auditing our trades, meaning making sure that our strategy checks off all the boxes, right? All the steps of the things that it needs before we take an entry. As long as we keep those things in place, then that's the best decision that we can make. And we live with the results. But one thing I truly know, if we continue to apply this ideology, I guarantee you most of our decisions will go in our favor. Because remember, these are not decisions based on guessing. These decisions based on seeing the picture, right? Seeing the clear picture of the charts, price action, everything that's going on, your strategy setup, volume, momentum, all of those things that we talk about pretty much every day. So just keep that in mind. So always ask yourself, these questions that we do are for you to ask yourself this stuff every day when you sit down. You know what I mean? And of course, you can't ask yourself every single question that we went over, but it's just to give you an idea of how we want to think. We always want to find out what's missing. What's missing here? Forget what's there. We see what's there. Let's find out what's missing. If we can identify what's missing, then that'll save us a lot from taking bad entries or getting into bad trades, period. So that was question of the day. Anybody have any questions or concerns about that? Let me know. All right, so we have 72 viewers. We have 55 likes. If we can get 17 more likes, that would be amazing. That's all I ask. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and give me that free like. And you're in the right place. Welcome. You are now a trade genius. All right. So let's get into, let's see here. I'm going to go back. Okay, so Q said, gotcha. All right, so let's get into Trade Copier. And then we're going to jump in the tip of the day. All right, so Trade Copier. So y'all know who I am. I'm super diligent about how I deal with people when it comes to business, right? And I saying this to y'all because I want you guys to be the same way when it comes to your trading game. and these platforms that and prop firms and different entities that we have subscriptions with. That think about it, we're doing business with them, right? Let's just call it what it is. When we pay for a subscription on TradingView, we're doing business with TradingView. When we're purchasing a prop firm account, we're doing business with that prop firm account. When we got our FX Replay backtesting subscription, we're doing business with FX Replay. So we got to always remember that when we buy data, we're doing business with that data provider and that broker and so on and so forth. So with that said, I'm about to be super diligent on when it comes to taking care of stuff that I need to take care of for me, because guess what? Just like y'all asked, I have to pay to use whatever service that you're providing. Guess what? That service has to be, optimally working. And if it ain't, I'm coming for you, straight up. And when I say coming for you, not on nothing ignorant. I'm coming with the utmost professionalism and the utmost business acumen. You know what I mean? And this is the way we get at them. We get at them with professionalism. You know what I'm saying? And letting them know that they're not dealing with somebody ignorant here. You're dealing with someone intelligent. And just like you getting my money and I got to pay for your service, in turn, I want your service to be working optimally, right? So I got on afterwards yesterday. It was probably like a little after lunch my time. I think it was like almost 1 o'clock. I was sitting, I was like, you know what? I was doing some other stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me stop what I'm doing, man. Because that was on my mind. That really had me like, I wasn't upset. I was just really I was frustrated with it. I really was frustrated. And I don't like to let anything steal my shine. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to kill all this stuff going in my head. Let me fire off some emails real quick. Let me fire off some correspondence real quick. Let me hit up support. So went in there, did my thing. I was typing stuff, deleting, typing, deleting, typing, deleting. I was like, you know what? Let me type this. Let me throw this in chat. Threw it in ChatGPT, spit it out real nice. I was like, boom, let me shoot that off. Went back into ChatGPT, put back in there what I said. I told ChatGPT, give me a second message to fire off pretty much after this one as like my second attempt, right? So I got that. I fired that off. I say probably about an hour and a half later, I got correspondence back. I'm like, okay, boom, here we go. So come to find out, there's an update on the copier, but this is the thing. We don't get notifications when there's an update. Now, this is something that I've always known, but there have been times where my copy trader would say, it's time for you to, it'll say something like, what would it say? Go into your Apex dashboard assistant, or like you have a message in your Apex desktop assistant. It'll say something like that, right? And then I would go in there and it would say like new update. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And I would update. Didn't get one of those. And that's what I was explaining to them. So of course they were apologetic, this and that, and this. I went in there, there was an update from April 27th. I updated it. It's not entirely new, but the interface has some new things on it. There's some couple other little things that's been added, right? So then that made sense to me of why my copy trader was acting the way it was acting these past few days, because of course, I'm still using something that was pretty much outdated. So I'm going to take, even though I didn't get the notification, I'm still going to take I'm gonna be the fall guy in that and be like, okay, so moving forward, at the beginning of the week, I'm gonna start checking my desktop assistant for my copy trader, just see if there's any updates. And I'm also going to set an alarm to check it on Friday. So twice a week, I'll be checking to see if there's an update. And then I'll keep myself out of harm's way. So that's pretty much how that went down with the copy trader. Me and my copy trader, we back tight again. You know what I mean? Because copy trader was about to be on the 405 getting ran over by every car heading down into LA. I'm telling you, but nah. So we got it straight. I'm cool. No big deal. Like I said, I'm gonna take total blame for that. I should have been checking just to check. But moving forward, there it is. Now, let's talk about news. Let's get these things out of the way. Let me see here. Let me get into chats. Is backtesting session closed? Let me see here. Empress, only because I know you have it and I know you know how to use it. Like, it's cool. You can jump in. Just DM me. You can jump in because I know you know how to use it. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. So you can jump in. All right. So let's see here. Logged in my laptop, same results. Are you serious, Lorna? You don't see it? Wow. You know what I would do? That's interesting. So then the only thing that I can think, yeah, LOL RP copy trader, my bad copy trader. Logged in the same results. Dang. Okay, so this is the issue that we have, y'all. Maybe y'all can help me out. I know Impress your island girl. So Lorna lives in the islands and she cannot, for some reason, on my page, on her phone and on her desktop, the join button is not there for her to be a member. So I was doing some research and it did say that there are some countries that are banned from memberships and this and that, but I didn't see her country on there. So, interesting. Interesting. At this point, I don't know, Lorna. I'm really like baffled now. I'm gonna do some more research, but I'm baffled. I really am baffled on why that's not there. The only thing I can think is your country is on that list, but I didn't see it there. I did not see it. DOA on the 405. Right. I'm telling you, Karai 357, boy, I was about to, boy, me and this copy trader, boy, we was about to go around in circles. But yeah, Lorna, like that is just so crazy weird. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reach out to my YouTube rep and I'm gonna see what they say. That'll be the probably the most advantageous thing we can do at this point, and just see what I get back. I'll reach out to them today once I get off the live stream, and then I'll let you come back. J Royal, come back. I didn't hear you. Okay, cool. So I got the team on it, Lorna. So let me let my team know where you are. I just don't want to put your business out on the street. You know what I'm saying? If that's something that you did not want anyone to know, I don't think you care, but just out of respect, that's just how I rock. If you say it's okay, it's cool, but don't worry about it. You don't have it doesn't even have to do that. I got it. So let me hit my guy and let me tell him. Let's see here. All right, I sent it to him. Send it to my team, and let's see if we can find out. I'm out, y'all. Got a graduation later. Have a great Friday. That's what's up. Yeah, VPN is a great suggestion. Didn't think about that. That's what's up. Hey, Trent, appreciate you and transparency you give us. I hope everyone have a blessed day, safe weekend. Trent, I'm going to DM you. That's what's up. Yeah, Lauren, it is weird. Whatever. All right, let's get into tip of the day. We about an hour 38. Let's get our tip of the day. Got to get our tip of the day in. Tip of the day today is: your job is not to predict, it's to position. Your job is not to predict, it's to position. So let's talk about that. I think y'all kind of already know where we're going with this one, right? Your job, our job as traders is not to predict, it's to position. Remember, we never ever want to, we're not here to predict. No predictions, right? We have biases, we have things that we may use as gauging points, but we never predict because we know we cannot predict what's going to go on in the market. That's just what it is. That is just what it is. So think about it. We don't want to guess, right? We don't want to be guessing, right? Positioning uses confirmation, right? To be in a position. Predicting is just guessing, right? Let price guide our decisions. That's the best way to do it. Just the way I was doing my trade. Price guided my decision. Because price was ranging today, I was like, you know what? It's Friday. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like how this is rocking. I'm cool. I'm sitting out. I let price guide my decision. And it should. Because I would rather have a confirmed entry than an early guess, right? Think about that. We're not here to be guessing. This ain't no guessing game. If we guessing, we gambling. We ain't doing that. Every decision we make, every position we take, it should be, those decisions should come from confirmation of something, like our entries. We ain't not taking an entry until we get confirmation of our setup, right? For our strategy. You're not just gonna just take a trade without you seeing your strategy set up. Why? Because you want confirmation, and you're letting price guide you to the decision of saying, hey, price is doing what I needed to do, and it's setting up my strategy to where I'm going to take that entry. So just remember that. Just remember that. We're not here to predict anything. We don't even want to get our brain wrapped around that. We do our biases, but our biases, we're not married to that, right? It's not really a prediction. It's a gauging point. A gauging point. It's not to say that because we did our overnight bias that, oh yeah, NQ is going bearish today because London took out Asia lows and it didn't take out Asia highs. That does not mean that. It just means that that cheat code just gives us an idea of what possibly the market could do. And it's not a prediction, but it's giving us the opportunity to allow price to move, show us the story, and guide us to a decision. Price guided me, Pivot Point, and a few other people today to what? Sit on our hands. Excuse me, to sit on our hands. So that is why our job is to never predict, and it's always to position. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Very simple. Never predict. Always position. Real simple. Any questions about that? Any concerns about that? Let me know. We're going to move on to, I wanted to talk to y'all about news yesterday. Let me get into this. Let's see here what we got. How do you add FVGs? It's right here, my guy. Let me get to my screen shares for you, Felix. Just go into indicators, and you're going to type in FVG up here. You're going to get a big long list, and you want to select this one, FVG, Nephew Sam. This one right here, FVG, Nephew Sam. That's the one you want. All right. So got that in for you. And let's get back into comments. Oh, cool. Thanks, Bodovan. I appreciate you. If price does this, then I will do this. Exactly. Exactly. Just as that, you know what, Serena, that's very well put. I like it. I love it. I love it. This is it right here. If price does this, then I will do this. Right? That's not a prediction. That's a position. That's the difference. If you're letting price guide you, you are truly positioning yourself in the market. That is advantageously intelligent as a trader. Seriously, if you're letting price guide you, that is exactly what you need to be doing. Because you ain't what that does is that totally, how would I say, that totally lets you know as a trader that I'm not about to just jump into something. I'm not guessing. I'm not predicting. I'm not hoping. I'm not wishing. I'm positioning myself. Now, that does not mean that I'm going to take a trade, but I'm positioning myself to make a decision if my position will be to enter a trade or to sit on my hands, because sitting on your hands is also a position. Period. Period. And Serena, that was definitely well worded. I love that. Side note, look out, November 22 right, versus Saints. Nothing shows up for me. Oh, I see it on the TF. Oh, no, yeah, it's not going to be on TF, unfortunately, because okay. So, anytime any prop firm integrates with TradingView, you can take Top Step X is another good example because they have a similar setup to what we have here at the Edge Funder, right? You go onto their dashboard on Top Step X and you trade Top Step X on TradingView, but through their dashboard. When it's like that, for some reason, you won't be able to get all of the indicators that you would get on TradingView. Why that is, I don't know. It's something with, I'm sure, how TradingView does their stuff, with and how they partner up. That's some, I don't know if it's some legal stuff. I don't know what that is, but I just something that I've noticed. Anytime you're trading a prop firm, trading on a prop firm's dashboard, and you're trading on TradingView charts, you won't get all the indicators. So just something to keep in mind. It's not a TEF thing. It's really a TradingView thing. So there it is. All right. So let's going back to news. Let's talk about this. Something I wanted to show y'all. I don't know if no one said anything. So I'm assuming no one saw it. So check this out. I'm a screen share right now. Let me get there and boom. All right, cool. So let me show y'all. Let's go to 5 minutes. Yep. All right. So news was 5:30 yesterday, right? Oh, so I went too far. Thursday. All right here. Where is it at? All right, let's get to 6:30. Where are you? 6:30. Okay, cool. Oh no, I'm sorry, tripping. 5:30. Where are you? 5:30. 5:30 is here. Okay, let me go to the. I was supposed to do this on a 1 minute. I'm tripping. All right, let me get back over there to Thursday at 5:30 a.m. because you have to see it on a 1 minute. And it's something I saw and I was like, huh? But it goes back into what I always tell you guys. There it is right there. All right, check this out. Watch this. All right, so this is MNQ, right? Open this up for y'all so y'all can see. All right. This is the 5:30 candle. Look at this candle. Look at this crazy hammer with this crazy, let me move this to the middle of the screen, with this crazy wick. This candle right here. This is the news candle yesterday. 5:30 a.m. That's MNQ. Look at that. Now check this out. Watch this. All right, now we're on minis. This is NQ, of course, but this is minis. Now micro. So we're gonna go back to 5:30 Thursday. Now check this out. Y'all saw that crazy news candle on micros, right? Watch this. Almost there. Something I noticed and I was like, no one said anything. I was like, I don't know if anyone noticed. And I was like, what? I was like, that was crazy. But it's going to prove this point that I always make about these instruments. All right, here we're getting close. All right, so 6:30 a.m. right here. Look at that candle. Let me just fix this real quick. Thursday, 6:30 a.m. Right here. Right there. Look at that candle. So look at that 6:30 candle. Now compare that to what we saw on MNQ. Look at this. Nowhere near the same. First of all, the 6:30 a.m. candle on MNQ was bullish. This one is bearish, but look at the shape of the candle. It's nowhere near even the same. This is pretty much like a doji, right? On micros, it was like a hammer with a crazy long handle, right? With a crazy wick. And I'm pointing this out because I always tell y'all how even though micros are a tenth of minis, and minis are a tenth more than micros. And they're both NQ. They are still two entirely different instruments. Remember that. They don't move exactly the same. They move very similar, but they do not move exactly the same. Just always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. These are two different instruments. Just because it's NQM and the other one is MNQ, just because one is NQ and the other one is MNQ, they are still two different instruments, entirely different. So there it is. Just wanted to show y'all that. I'm surprised no one even said anything. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, I always check both. Something that I just do. Even though I know I trade micros, I still check both. I always want to see what the other ticker is doing, the other instrument is doing. So just keep that in mind. It's something I wanted to share with y'all. We got off the stream and I forgot to talk about it. Yep. So it's like that for every ticker, not just any mini and micro. It could be mini YM, micro YM, mini ES, micro YS, mini silver, micro. So it don't matter. Mini gold, micro gold. It does not matter. Go back on any ticker and just go look between the micro, compare micro and mini candles. And you'll notice there's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of differences. That's not a bad thing. I just want to make you guys aware of it and to be mindful of it and to check it, because it can definitely have an effect on your trades. And also, too, just to have the knowledge. So that was all I wanted to share about the news. That was pretty much it on that. But yeah, that happens so much. So much. Wait. Oh, I'm tripping, y'all. I need a slap. My bad, y'all. Right here. Here it is right here. I'm tripping. I got market open in my head. All right, here it is. So this is the 530 candle on NQ. Thank you, Bodovan. That's my Bodovan, keep me on point. I'm having so much stuff in my head right now. So this is the candle. Don't look the same. Similar, but not the same. Right? This one was bearish. The other one was bullish. Similar formation. Let me screen share. Lord, I'm all over the place today. Similar screen share. Similar candle shape, right? But not the same. Still not the same. And my bad, y'all. I was showing y'all 630, not 530. Let you know I have market open on my mind. But yeah, so news candle. This is it. So this is the difference. But just remember, they're not the same. As you can see, candles look totally different. If you go and check the open, high, low, and close of this 530 candle on micros on minis versus the one on micros, you'll see the open, high, low, and close is different. Maybe the low, one of the numbers may be the same, but at least 2 to 3 of them will be different. But this is just, like I said, it's just something just to throw out there, just so you understand that the instruments are totally two different and they do not move the same. And that's that. Yep, slap. Woke me up. Thanks, Serena. But yes, so just crazy to me. I don't know, when I see stuff like that, I'd be like, man. But it just reiterates that two different instruments. Be mindful, two different instruments. So just keep that in mind. That's really all I wanted to say about news. That was it. I suggesting trading micros only because for the leverage and to keep our accounts safe. I don't think none of us are really experienced to be trading minis. I mean, of course, anyone could do what they want to do. It is your choice. But if you're asking me, I would definitely say trade micros. It's safe, lower leverage, helps protect your capital. Your account will live to trade another day. It's less stress, less emotions. It's good for someone that's new like we are. I'm not a newbie, but I'm only 2 years into trading. I don't consider myself an OG. I don't consider myself an OG in trading until I hit at least 10 years, in my opinion. So I'm still new. So with that stated, I'm going to trade micros, and I don't know when I will graduate to minis, but that's going to take me some time. Period. Period, period, period. So I know, Serena, I wasn't sharing. I wasn't showing the right thing. I just need to be slapped. I trade minis, really? I blow accounts. Oh my goodness. He said getting blocked by a trenching is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Discipline Royal. I don't know. We might have to take discipline off and put something else in front of there. But yeah, so I just wanted to show y'all that. My bad with the times, but y'all got it. Y'all got it. But be smart, protect your capital, understand why we trade micros, why it's so important. And also too, he said up to 5 minis. Mr. Cologne, please stop it. So with that stated, yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. It was on my mind. Like I said, as I stated, I forgot to show it to y'all yesterday when we got off. Copy trader was in my head. I'm be honest with you. Yesterday was probably one of the first days I've been frustrated in a long time. And frustration happens, right? I didn't let it overcome me, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. I did do the news, Kiara. You missed it. You must have stepped away. I just did it. I use Apex Copier NT8, Ninja Trader 8. They kind of work together. So yeah, I know you're hearing the word Apex. You're like, wait a minute, did you get that from the Apex Trader? Like, you know, their prop firm accounts. They have same company, 2 different businesses. So you have your Apex prop firm. This is Apex Trading Institute, I believe. Yeah, it's Apex Trading Institute. So, if you go down in my going on in the description, actually, you know what? I'll just send it to you right now. It's all good. You ain't gotta look, my guy. I'll do a little bit of work. You are a member of the community. So let me go ahead and get there for you. Here and here and here and here. And I'll put it in there for you, my guy. The link will take you right to it. This link is going to take you like to sign up for it, but I would say you'll have the link for that. But then I would say open up another tab and then Google Apex Copy Trader NT8, meaning November Tom 8. All right, so let me get this right here, NT8. And then you'll have both tabs if you want to, you know, something that you want to get, cool. But also too, opening up, just kind of checking it out will kind of give you an idea, you know, like what it does, how to work with it, all of that type stuff. It's cool. I like it. It's the only one I've ever used because I can put every account in there, but the Edge Funder at the moment, only because the Edge Funder has its own dashboard that it trades from. That's the only reason why I can't. But I can put every other prop firm account in this copy trader, literally. Well, let me say this. Any prop firm that does not trade through their own dashboard, meaning like the prop firm is like through Tradeovate, right? Or Ninja Trader or something like that, and you have to choose a broker, and then you can go on to TradingView, log into your broker on TradingView with those prop firm credentials, and then your prop firm pops up, right? And you can trade it there. Any prop firm like that can go into this copy trader, as well as your live account, as well as all your demo accounts. So you can copy trade your demo accounts to just practice copy trading. That's exactly what I did when I got my copy trader. I only had 2 demo accounts at the time because I only had one prop firm account that I was using, that was Apex, and then I was using my Apex Sim account, which is my Apex demo account, and I was using my Tradeovate broker demo account. So one-time chart, that's my guy. Now you see why I am. Absolutely. 149, one time, and you get 2 licenses. So you can put it on 2 different computers. Hey, One time. Ain't no monthly. I wasn't trying to do no monthly. Take my glasses off. I wasn't trying to do no monthly. Yeah, straight up. Like, we already pay enough in subscriptions, right? And it's not about being cheap, right? It's about, how would I say, spending your money wisely. You know what I'm saying? So some things I know we can't get around it, right? We can't get around subscriptions on some things. But if there's anywhere that I can bring my costs down, that means my ROI is better at the end of the year, right? My rate, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm making sure that I do. Like, my ROI I'm trying to keep that as high as possible, right? So my return on investment, right? I want to keep that as high as possible. So the way to do that is making sure we're not putting a lot of money out on our subscriptions. Some things we can't get around. TradingView, we can't get around that. Gotta have that. FX Replay, gotta have that. There's no you gotta have it. It is what it is. Copier, there's a lot of copiers out there. When I found this one, this is the one my big brother turned me on to. Once I got it, learned how to use it, I've been rocking with it ever since. I didn't feel the need to go get Replicanto, TradeSync, or any other the ones that's out there. I'm not trying to pay another subscription when I don't have to. And I can afford to, just don't want to do that. So $149 and I'm in the game. And one thing I can say after yesterday, every week, set an alarm in your phone. That's what I did yesterday, just to remind you to go in and just check to see if there's an update. In the event the notification didn't get pushed out to you for whatever reason, right? Computers, they glitch. It is what it is. So, but yeah, that's the copy trader I use. Yep. PC and laptop. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it works better on PC. It's, how could I say this? It's not Mac iOS compatible, but of course, you can use like Parallels or something like that. Don't mess with that. I tried that because I'm all Mac over here. Literally everything here is Mac. Everything I have, all my devices are Apple. Every single thing I do is Apple. Like my laptop, my Mac Studio, all my like my headphones, my phone, watch, tablets, everything is Mac. But that was one of the reasons why I got the gaming laptop, because I want to have a great device to trade on, but also too, it's a PC and it's compatible for my copy trader. So that's all you need. And but yeah, just make sure that you're updating it or keeping it updated. Just check, because you won't have to. What happened to me yesterday won't happen to you. But other than that, I think it's an amazing copy trader. Like I said, I can put everything in there, even my live account, meaning my own personal account, my own personal TradeGheenyuz broker account, or even your personal NinjaTrader account, because really those are the only two brokers that we really truly use, right? I know there are other brokers out there, futures brokers, but NinjaTrader, TradeGheenyuz, you shouldn't really be doing anything else with a broker, especially where you're going to go park your money, your money to trade your live account, your personal live account. I say TradeGheenyuz first, then NinjaTrader, and there it is. All right, Mac Gang, and you know it. If I may ask, what model are you using lately? Man, I do not want to butcher your name. Let me see if I can say this right. Is it Levikana? Hope I'm saying that right. If I butcher your name, my apologies. When you say what model am I using, could you just kind of explain, maybe elaborate a little bit more, be a little more specific so I can answer the question, much more accurately? When you say model, I'm not sure what you mean. You said model, I start to I'm about to get up, show my stuff, like my edge funder. I don't know what's gonna put my hood on. I was gonna, do one of them numbers so you can see the side. I mean, I don't know what you mean by model. I'm just being stupid. But what got a MacBook, guess I need to get a Windows laptop eventually. Yeah, you will. Absolutely. Levikana, let me know. When you say what model, are you speaking strategy? I'm assuming. Just let me know what you mean. Mac gang gang, input S, Mac gang gang. I have a confidant in here. Nah, this guy. Serena. I mean, I don't know. She said model. I was about to put the glasses back on, get up to my little. I didn't know. Oh, like the stretch you're using lately. Okay, cool. That's what I figured. So, Serena said, "Nah, this guy." That's hilarious. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. I use. Let's see here. I have daily strat. Daily strat, 15-minute banger, A+. Those are my daily 15-minute banger. Oh, chop box, daily strat, A+, 15-minute banger. Those are my strats during New York Open. And then I have a strategy that I trade overnight. So I'm trading I have 5 strategies that I can trade, but of course they don't show up every day. A+ that's like how would I say? A+ is, I don't know, Serena, what would we call A+? 5, well, 5 are right, but I'm saying, what would we call A+, Serena? That's like a Discipline Royal. This goes question to YouTube. What would we call A+? That's like it's like a unicorn, right? I think the A+ is like a unicorn in our it's like a unicorn, I think, in our bag of strategies. Would you agree? Yeah. See? Even shout out J-Roy. Even Discipline Royal said that. Yeah, A+ is the unicorn. Because it don't come around that much, but when it do, it hits. Like when it'll go for like, it'll do like what the 5-0 does when 5-0 hits like TP whatever. Yeah. A+, I know about ICT, but I'm not sure. I guess you can say that. It's Scalp's A+. It's his A+. That involves a couple of things. It involves reversal zones. You need your reversal zone, your VWAP, your 50, market structure shift, and a fair value gap. It's 5 steps you need for that A+. So, right, Chris, exactly. If you don't chart your reversal zones, you can't do the A+. Absolutely. So, but that one's like that's like a unicorn. It don't come around that much. It hasn't been around that much. The most we've traded A+, I would have to say, would be like 2024. Yeah, RZ, yep. RZ, VWAP, RZ, VWAP 50, which is EMA or SMA, whatever you use. I use the SMA. That's how my big brother taught me. So it's, like I said, it's real simple strat. You wait for price to go into the RZ, reverse, cross VWAP, cross 50, make market structure shift, make a fair value gap, place your limit order, and there it is. That's the trade. Yeah, all the confluences make it A+. Absolutely. That's what makes it an A+. That's what makes it A+. Let's see here. Let me get back in here. Chop box is a unicorn these days too. No, you're not wrong because, okay, so shout out to my big brother and mentor, Scalp God. He adapted a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, but he adapted some of ICT like strategy and stuff like that when he was implementing what he does. So yeah, Levacana, you're not wrong. You're actually on it. That lets me know somebody's been doing some reading and doing some research. That's what's up. That's good stuff. But yeah, so it does have an ICT, how would I say, aura or ICT implementation to it, for sure. I have 500 on my, if I have 500 on my profit, will the monthly fee automatically be taken from the profit? Fee is $270. No. Your monthly subscription on TF comes from your credit or debit card, whatever you use to initially buy the account. That's where it comes from. It doesn't come from your earnings. Because if it was set up like that, then it'd be hard for people to take payouts, right? It would mess your payout stuff up, right? So it comes from, whatever cards you have on file. Nico Coy, that was for you. Yep. So we about 2 hours in. Anybody got any questions for me? It's a good session today, y'all. Really, really good. I mean, all the sessions are good, but even good today. I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday y'all saw Trent a little frustrated yesterday. I'm gonna keep it real. I will speak up about that. And it's okay to talk. It's okay to be frustrated. It's just what you do with your frustration that really truly matters, right? That's why I'm talking about it. I didn't let it overcome me. I didn't let it, you know what I'm saying, like take me on till I actually wasn't mad. I wasn't angry. There was no anger. I was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never really, for me, a reason for anger. You know what I mean? That's something else. But frustration, you know, that can happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. It's okay to be frustrated. It's what you do with your frustration, right? So I made sure I allowed my frustration to push me into a positive, you know, like I did some positive reinforcement, right? I was like, you know what, man, let me fire off some emails real quick. And guess what? That positive reinforcement, what did it do? It got me results. Being angry wouldn't have got me results, because I'd have been around here pissed off, you know, not want to do anything. I'm not gonna say not want to do anything, but possibly would have not fired off the emails, or who knows, maybe I would have. But I always feel like anger jogs our memory and jogs like our thoughts. It doesn't give us clarity. That's why I'm really not a proponent to just really want to get angry. Like, I'll say stuff, you know, like, and someone may look at my face and be like, dang, trying a little PO'd right now, but I don't like let it overcome me. I'll say stuff and then I'll like click out of it and be like, all right, cool. I gotta be solution oriented now. I gotta be solution oriented. I gotta find a solution. Cause sitting there being angry is really just focusing on a problem, and being problem oriented, you'll never get anything done like that. So, you know, the frustration comes in, that's normal, it's okay. It's what we do with the frustration that allows us to overcome any obstacles that we're dealing with. And I got results. So guess what? When I got my results, I was like, you know what? No harm, no foul. I'm not even about to worry about it. It's no big deal. It is what it is. Something I just got to be better at. So I put 2 alarms in my phone, Monday and Friday. Check. Make sure there's no updates on your copy trader. And that's that. Yo, T, can I get a closer look at your statue? Absolutely. Let's do it like this. I think this way will probably be better. Bull and the bear. So you can see it got some buildings in there. On this side, you can see it got some coins in there. And it's solid gold. This thing cost me like $15,000. Psych. I'm just playing. It's just painted gold. Ain't no solid gold. Not yet. When I first bought it, I was like, man, it'd be dope to have a solid gold one like this. But that's going to cost some bread. One day, when I get there. But yeah, thought it's pretty cool. Okay, J. Roy, you didn't have to put 3 blue caps. 1 would have been cool. I didn't need 3. Thank you, Mr. Cologne. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Mr. Pay. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Hey, it'd be dope to have a solid gold one though, right? One day. Thank you, my nail girl. That's what's up. That was up. I thought it was really cool when I saw it. I was like, you know what? That'd be cool. Put on a little statue behind it, bull bears, right? It fits, right? Oh my goodness, what J. Royal got in here? This boy. J. Royal, I'm about to ban you, bro. I'm about to ban you, man. You can't put all the hats, bro. This dude put, oh my, I'm dead. That's all I gotta say. That is too funny. He said I gotta put all the hats. He put caps, fedoras. Boy, you was sick. That is too funny. That is too funny. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, so question. Who all is going into the weekend green? Let me know. If you're going to the weekend green, put a G in the chat. If you're going into the weekend red, put an R. Let me say this. If you're going into the weekend green, congrats. If you're going into the weekend red, don't be discouraged. It's not really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, it's not a big deal. If you're going to the weekend red, then that means what? Just got some work to do. That's all. That's all. Wally say, haha. G, not me. G. All right. How many? Come on, let's go. G, R. Okay. D Young, we just got a little bit of work to do. I'm sure, hopefully, D Young, you're journaling for anyone, not just D Young, but anyone that's going to the week red. Hopefully you're journaling. You can go back, check your journal entries and just see, just see what's going on. Just try to find where something may have changed. That's still good though, T-Mac. That's still good, bro. Because even though you're paper trading, you still can lose paper trading, right? So being that you're paper trading, you're going to the weekend green, that's still good. So whatever you're doing, continue to compound on that. What we got? Auto Nation, welcome. Oh, I like the emoji. G. Q said G. That's what's up. That's what's up. Who else? What we got? Joe Bro said R. It's okay. Check if you, like I said, if you go into the week R, just check your G on paper trade. That's what's up. Lorna G. Wiley. That's what's up. If you go into the week red, just check. Just try to find what has changed. Like compare the day that you had a trade go against you to the day that you trades one in your favor, and just see what you can find there. And when I say can find, like what's different, compare them. What changed? Was it the day? Was it news? Was it a time frame? Was it price action? Journal that stuff. Yep. And you know what? Just like Empress said, if you go into the week green, I always say check your journal, right? Regardless, green or red. But I'm just saying, if you go in red, definitely pay more attention. Green, you have to review that. You got to review it as well. Nate said, G, barely. Check this out, Nate. Barely or almost or close is only good in horseshoes. If it's G, it's green. It's green, bro. So you going in the week green. Ain't no barely. You're going to the week green. Yeah, I got to put this up here because this is very relevant. What you do on paper will transfer to funded and then to live. Take it seriously. Build that skill. I mean, I think we all need to listen, right? This man had 11 consecutive payouts. I've never had 11 consecutive payouts. Not 11 consecutive. I usually would go like 3, 4, 5 maybe, and then 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. I've never had 11 consecutive payouts. So, and shout out to Mr. Payout. That's why he has his name. But what you do on paper will transfer to funded and then to live. Take it seriously. Build that skill. I mean, you can't really put it no better than that. Seriously. And you can't say, what is this guy talking about? Because he knows what he's talking about. Period. Like, he knows what he's talking about. So we have to keep that in mind. Jerry Jack knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So with that stated, we have to, we have to, how would I say? We have to, you got to listen. You got to listen to that. Period. You got to listen to that. We say, right, absolute frustration, yes. Anger, no. Anger clouds the mind. Absolutely. 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 I was frustrated with my copy trader yesterday. But if you saw, did it take anything away from me on stream? Did it take anything away from me engaging? Nah. I was just about to soon I got off the call, I was about to just, come on, copy trader. Come on, guy. Come on. We're gonna go take a ride. Come on, you and I. Going for a ride. Come on. Get in the car. Let me strap you in a seatbelt. Pull up to the 405. I was about to throw him smooth out. But yeah. I mean, that's just the nature of the game, right? Things are gonna frustrate us, and that's why I'm talking about this. Things are gonna frustrate us. It's gonna piss us off. But at the end of the day, don't let that turn into anger. Just be like, look, all right, I'm dealing with this thing. Let me do what I need to do to come with a solution, move past it, or do away with it and start over with something else. Pete said head out to the 405, right? So other than that, that's pretty much it, man. If y'all ain't got nothing for me, we're going to get out of here. Let everybody enjoy the rest of their Friday and going into the weekend. I'll be putting a post out today. Don't forget, members only stream starts on Sunday. We're going to start roughly probably 5 minutes before the market open. 5 or 10 minutes. We'll get the stream rocking. Yeah, right around that time. I'll probably let the live jump on at 10 minutes before and give everybody 5 minutes to kind of come in. And then, at that point, it'll be 10 minutes before we take the trade because the trade is taken every day. Absolutely, Nate, you good. Yeah, you good. Ain't no barely, bro. Either you green or you red. I don't care if you green by $1. You are green. So just keep that in mind. That's a green day. I don't care. $1 or $1 million does not change if you're green or red. They're the same. You went into the weekend green, and that's all that matters. Trent, I got a question. Please explain why you did not take this trade. There was a 1 minute. Yep. As soon as the market opened and the price tapped down and went into the. Okay. So let me go there. Let's get there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Reset the chart. And let's do this. So in order for me to take this trade, Pete, it needed to set up properly, right? So, it's up $900. That's cool. But it's the thing. I'm not in trades this late unless it's the A+. I'm never in trades this late. Just the way that I trade. If I'm in an A+, that's different. That trade and strategy is designed to be in a trade all day, to just ride it all day. So why I did not take this trade, he says, 1 minute fair value gap formed as soon as the market opened, right. But it's not just based on a fair value gap. So the first thing that we need for this strategy, green right now until this trade Courtney, he said green right now until this trade closes. You're going to be green when it closed too, man. That's too funny though. So going back to what you asked, Pete. So check this out. There was a 1 minute fair value gap when price opened. You're right. It was right here. Right. Let me draw it out. Actually, you know what? Let me do away with this real quick. I don't need this anymore. All right. So it was right here. Right here. Wait, let me see. It's market open. Yes. It's right here. Right here. There's a fair value gap right there. But this is the thing. With this strategy, we have to have one thing first. We have to have market structure shift. No, I didn't place a TP. I was just letting it go. Yeah, I was just letting it go. I'm on my demo account. Y'all already know my TP would be here. I'll just throw it in there. I didn't expect to stay. Once we got off the stream, I was just going to close it out. So honestly, I really didn't even think it was going to get up there. That's why I didn't place it, but I'm going to place it up there just to put it there, just because price is super ranging. It's just ranging. It's ranging like crazy. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, Pete. So the first thing for this strategy, we need market structure shift, meaning we need a candle close above the present swing high if you're going for longs, or swing low if you're going for shorts. In this case, I was going for longs because all of my targets are above. So we never got market structure shift. As you see, when market open here, none of these candles close above any of these previous or present swing highs. This is the first one we got, and it was at 714. Now, if you see where my entry is, it's pretty much, well, I had some slippage, but the fair value gap that formed was right here. Right. Get this accurate. Right here. Fair value gap was a little one. It was right there. That was a fair value gap that formed. So, Actually, it was right. It was right. We're down just a tad. It was right there. That's it right there. It's this candle and the bottom of this one form that fair value gap. There was also another fair value gap that formed with this candle, the low of this candle, and the high of this one. There was actually two in here. Not that that makes a difference, but I'm just saying there was two in here. But this is the one that I was targeting. I got a little slippage. You can see there's a little, if you look, there's some space in between my entry, and my stop loss. So let me fix this because this should have been like, oh, it's in the right spot. I'm tripping. Right there. All right, cool. So my entry should have been like right here where you see my crosshair, right at the top of it. But there was a little bit of slippage. That tends to happen. So there it is. So that's why I did not take the trade initially when market opened, because I have to have those steps and they have to go in that order. Market structure shift, have to wait till a fair value gap to form. And then once the fair value gap formed, I set my limit order. If you see, price never came back into the fair value gap until this candle right here, which was 729. So when it tapped back in, that actually got me into the trade and kind of went up, and it's just been playing around. And it's just playing around, which I'm so happy that I followed my first mind and that I used great judgment based on characteristics and based on just understanding what price action was showing me. And price action was showing me that I'm ranging. I'm going to be a little rangy today. And remember, our overnight bias is what? Bearish. That's why we're never married to it. That's why I say we're not married to that. We use it as a gauging point. It's just sitting there in the back of our head. It's just there. It's just there, right? But also too, I'm looking at everything and I'm like, okay, there's nothing here for me, and I didn't take it. Now, it got up to $800 right here. I mean, you know, that'd have been a fantastic base hit. But I just really wasn't comfortable taking it. It's Friday, hardly no volume in the market. You can tell. You can just look at price and see price is just dragging on. So nothing for me to do there. All right, let's see here. Right, it did not break structure. Absolutely. The way you're happy moving in 10 different positions throughout the string, you like that? You like that? I'm gonna make sure I move. I'm gonna make sure I move it more. It only goes two places. It only goes either to the right or it goes back. That's my rally hat, Empress. Market started to rise, like I pointed out earlier, just saying, yeah. Yes, it did not break structure, correct. On your demo trade, you actually didn't place a TP trend? No, I didn't. I actually wasn't really tripping because honestly, I just wanted to place the entry and just kind of just let it play and just see what it would do. And I knew I did not set one. I did not set one on purpose. I did not forget to set one. I really, truly didn't set one on purpose. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to set think about it. The two most important settings I had were there. My entry and my stop loss being the most important, right? That one I always set, just to have the repetitive nature in my psychology to know I don't care what trade you take, you will be setting a stop loss. That's just for when I'm live trading. I don't care if I'm demo trading, what I'm doing, but setting my stop loss when I'm demo trading is to make sure I'm always setting one when I'm live trading. So was green, got greedy and FOMO, $30 red. Hey, not bad. At least you, Karai 357, at least you have identified what it is. You got greedy. That's okay. That happens. That happens. That's why we always want to make sure that we're trading with no emotions, because greed is an emotion. And the greed made you FOMO in. And you know this. I'm preaching to the choir. I know you know this. I'm just saying this for everyone else on the chat, just to understand that's why we trade with no emotions. Because emotions will make us do things. And most of the time in trading, it's always going to be something that's going to be detrimental to our trading game. Amen to that. I'm working on consistency, so it's good hearing even the small wins are not the make or break to the mindset, right? Even going to, yeah. Think about this. I have a book, and I told y'all about this book, Best Loser Wins. Think about that title, Best Loser Wins. It's a trading book. It's one of the best psychology trading books that you could read. Go read it if you haven't gotten it. It's in my description. You can go there. There's a link there to take you right to the book on Amazon. Just go in my description. I have 2 books in there. One Good Trade is amazing, but The Biggest Loser Wins, the best book that you can buy for your trading best book you can read for your trading psychology. But just think about the name, Best Loser Wins. So what is that saying? As traders, we have to learn how to be great losers to be a winner. That's what that's saying. We have to learn how to be great losers to be a winner in this game, period. So it's not really about going into the week red. It's not really about that. Because going into the week red, to me, it's not a bad thing. To me, I feel like it gives you an opportunity to dig in even more, to learn more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important, right? To get in, dig in, and understand exactly what's going on. I feel like those times we use those as what? Not just learning experiences, but experiences to get our game up. Because it's an opportunity to be like, okay, what happened this week? And it's not like what happened like the world is getting ready to crumble. It's not that kind of what happened. It's just like, compared last week when I was green to this week when I was red, what happened? Where were there any differences? Was there more news, less news? Did I take too many trades? Like what changed or what was different? And it gives you the opportunity to identify that. And I know once you identify that, that is going to give you what you need to understand like where you'll be moving forward, right? Because it's going to give you what you need. It's going to give you some understanding, when you compare those weeks. So a red week is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you followed your rules, you didn't break any of your habits. You followed your rules. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You didn't, how would I say, allow your bad habits to come in if you have any bad habits or any bad habits you're trying to break. If you did all of those things, you were repetitive in what you did. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes the win is just in that. It's not necessarily in going into the week green or red. You know what I mean? That's going to the week green or red is what? It's a byproduct of what we do when we come to set up on the charts, right? Really think about it, it's a byproduct of that. So it's about making sure that you are staying process driven over profit driven. As long as you're doing that, that's a win too. It's not necessarily always just about the money. It's not always about the money in trading. It's about everything else that leads up to the money, that leads up to the payouts. Just remember that. So going into the week red is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not at all. Just means you got more work to do, and that's okay. But that's all. That's all. Just always keep that in mind. Totally agree. Greed is emotion. However, isn't it right to make up for what you lost? No. Absolutely not, Snehal. Think about this. If we get into the mindset of I need to make up my loss, what do you think that will start? That will start revenge trading. Exactly what Trey said. He said he almost revenge traded today. Had to run away. He had to run away from the computer. Yeah. So just remember that. Like that, you never make up a loss. A loss is a loss. Once we have a trade go against us, that's why I call it a business expense. And that's why I say we're paying bills. Now that's over. What we do after that, that's something entirely new. Now, if you went down, let's say you had a trade go against you, $500, you got into the next trade, you made 700, you're up 200, cool. But we're not chasing losses. We don't make up losses. Whatever loss we have, whatever trade goes against us, business expense, bills we paid, that's just for that trade. Every trade is independent of itself. They don't chain link. It's not like, oh, I lost 500 yesterday, so I got to make 500 today. It doesn't work that way. That's not the mindset that we want. The mindset we want is every trade is independent of itself. We don't chase no losses. It is what it is. And it's not even a loss. It's a business expense. I use the word win and loss from a conversational perspective, but from a trading psychology perspective, it is what? It is a business expense. We paid some bills. That's it. Now that's over. Next trade. If you have a trade go against you, I call it NFL, not for long. Just forget about it. It's over. It's done. What can you do? Nothing. Let it go. It's over. Move on. Don't even think about it. Next trade. That's how we rock. Straight up. So with that stated, we're going to get out of here. We ran over time today. Not that I'm on a time schedule, but I don't like to take up all the time. But we've been rocking for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I mean, I can go all day, but we all got stuff to do. So with that said, if you went into the week green, or even if you went into week red, just go check your journals, see what's popping, see what's going on. And from there, do your comparisons, see what you can find. You're trying to find inconsistencies. That's what you're looking for. Right. Every trade is like a new Uber ride. I like that. I like that, Mr. Cologne. Every trade is like a new Uber ride. Right. It's a new driver. You're going to a whole new destination. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. So just keep that in mind. Very well put. So with that stated, man, it's a great Friday. And hey, make no bread today. I ain't tripping though. I took a position to sit on my hands. So with that said, if anybody made money today, kudos to you. If you went into the week green, I'm going to the week green. I didn't take a trade today, but I'm still going into the week green. No harm, no foul. It is what it is. Appreciate everyone. Absolutely, Miss Empress. Appreciate everyone, jumping on and getting this mental muscle that we need to do every day. Commenting, chiming in. You know what I'm saying? Engaging. That's what it's about. I'm seeing a lot of people, just from the way you're talking, the way that you're engaging into the chat, I see that we are all learning here, and that's what's important. So with that stated, y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. Like I said, members only stream will be starting on Sunday. I'll be putting out a message out in both Discords, and the Edge Funder and in the Inner Circle. Looking to see y'all on Sunday. I like that. Peace, love, and soul. I love it. And got to give a shout out to our co-founders, my brothers, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And other than that, man, y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. Oh, I appreciate you, Lorna. You're going to make me blush, girl. You're going to make me blush. You're going to make me blush. You're going to have all my cheeks all red and stuff. You're going to make me blush. That's what's up, my nail girl. You're my nail girl now. That's what's up, Todd. Me too. Me too. I'm definitely looking forward to Sunday. It'll be our first overnight stream. Let's get it. So once again, y'all have a blessed remainder of your day. Have a great weekend. I see y'all Sunday. And other than that, man, go and enjoy yourself. Get off the charts. Get off the charts. Go enjoy yourself. Get out. Go enjoy yourself with your family, your friends, children, all that type stuff. And let's look to milk the market starting Sunday evening and coming back into the morning, and then coming back in the evening, morning, evening. We're going to do this thing. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yee.